Hi everybody and welcome back to the Learn Yanfly RPG Maker MV plugin tutorial for today. I am your host Super Yuki for Super Yuki Game Development, and I am here to give you guys a save core for you guys today. The difficulty plugin rating of this is 1, as in it's very easy to play with, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this plugin. The goal of this plugin is to have your save files put more information into them so that the player knows where they are in the game and what gold they have, what possible currency they have, and variables, and even the playtime. So let's have a look at our regular save without the plugin. Now you might have noticed that we have a brand new city. Well, kind of. You see, this is actually the game I'm developing. Usually I don't show this off to you guys, but for today I'm gonna show it to you guys anyway, because actually the plugin is already in here. But let's actually turn off the plugin for the moment, because I want to show you the no when it's off. No plugin is in play. So let's have a look at this. We're gonna take a look at the save menu in particular though, because that's the one we're going to be talking about today. So when we save the game, as you can see, we have the following. We have the file number, the game name, your two characters or 4 characters in the party, and the playtime. Well, this is very nice and all. I'm going to tell you now, it's not enough. I'll explain in just a moment. Now, let's put back the plugin and turn it back on. We're going to turn it on, and we are going to show you what the new load and save file thing looks like. How it looks now. So here's the load area, and as you can see, a brand new thing here. First off, the game you are playing is still here. The 2 characters in your party, or 4 characters in your party, are here, but this time their names are in play and their current level. You also have this nice information, including your location, playtime, number of saves, gold window, and anything else you want the player to be informed about. For example, in my game, we have funds in the form of a currency called angel tokens. Now, that's just a currency, okay? There's nothing else to it. And there's also a bank. In my game, you can track how much money or angel tokens you have in the bank, so that you know if you want to withdraw from the bank, you need to take a look at your bank account in this game. I also have something called friendship points. I'm going to tell you now, because this is a story mechanic, I'm not going to be talking about it today until the next update video, so keep an eye out for that if you're following the game. And finally, the points. I have a point system. But how do we get this information into the game? Well, we have our plugin parameters. Plugin parameters for the win. And as you can see here, we have something called data columns. Now, in general, most of the parameters, you can leave them alone. The only ones you might want to pay attention to is the data columns right here. You have approximate 4 columns to play with. Now, be very careful of how many columns you put, because if you put too much, it's going to shrink down to make sure it fits. And to make sure it fits, a lot of the words will be squeezed together. So I would say limit to 3 unless the words are small, meaning little words. Okay? So let's take a look at what you can put into the data columns. So you have the following options. You have empty, null, location, playtime, save count, goal count, variable X, text, left text, center text, or right text. The first one is called empty. Now this one is very obvious. It leaves nothing. There's nothing in there, and it won't even show the dark rectangle. If you put no though, N-U-L-L, it won't draw anything, but there will be a rectangle. Now this is actually useful. So let's say that when you're developing your game, you think of something to add to your save menu, save load file, like a new information, like a new currency, for example, and you want to add that in, you can replace null with a variable of that currency. But don't forget to remove all the nulls you are not using. Location, very straightforward. Location of the map you are on. Playtime, how much time you've been playing. Save count, how many times have you been saving in the game file. Now keep in mind there is another plugin called Autosave, also by Yanfly, that actually counts toward the save count. I'll show you that plugin when we get to it, because I believe that's a paid plugin, if I remember correctly, because I took notes on the free plugins, and yes, it looks like that plugin is actually a paid plugin, so you're gonna have to wait a while for me to do so. Okay, because I cannot give you the link by rule unless you have to pay for it. I can give you the link, the problem is you still have to pay for it, and it's part of a package. But anyway, gold count, very straightforward, how much gold you are using. Variable X will determine the variable in terms of the X. X is the ID, okay? So from my example, angel tokens would be a variable. Okay, so you can do that. Text stuff, left text, right text, and center text. Text stuff means whatever you put after that colon is going to be written in the box. The only difference is left, center, right. Which alignment do you want? Okay, that's it for that. Now let's take a look at the columns itself. Let's take a look at column 1. So we have location, playtime, save count, and variable 3. Variable 3 in my game, I believe, is star keys, where it's for like it's a story progression item. So location, playtime, save count, variable number 3. My second one is going to be variable 1, 5, and 2. 1, 5, and 2 refers to my angel token currently, my bank system, and the point system. And finally, number 3, gold count, and variable number 14. Variable number 14 refers to my friendship points in terms of the game. Okay, so that's basically how this plugin works, guys. Now, there is one more thing that you might want to consider, and that is this technical area. Now, I'm not going to give you guys a tutorial on this part, but I'm going to tell you what it's for. So let's say that you want to make it a web game. So this is where, unless you know what you're doing, don't do this part. You're going to need to read this save mode area as well as save files. Okay? So be very careful of doing this particular area in technical, because what happens is you can actually I believe you can put in saves from your games here into a web server. Now I'm not going to be able to do that today because I'm going to need to investigate this more. But in terms of the basic plugin, that's it, guys. So make sure you make your variables and all this good stuff, and you'll be good to go. That's it for this tutorial. Coming up next time, we're going to be doing the Battle Engine Core plugin, which will start a series of plugins for the Battle Engine. Okay, we'll talk about that, guys, next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys on our next Learn Yanfly's plugins for Super Yuki Gaming.